Breaking news! The Denver Broncos are heading into a crucial matchup against the Bengals, and get ready. This game is going to be a blast. I don't know about you, but I'm so happy. Man, our team hasn't been to the playoffs since 2015. Being able to experience this is so exciting. If you're also so happy, hit that like button hard. If possible, write something like this: Go Broncos! Let's go to the Super Bowl. Many don't believe this, but I do. Sean Payton's team is ready to make history. Today I have 3 important news to share with you. First, let's talk about a possible game changer in Week 18. The Kansas City Chiefs, having already secured the top spot in the AFC, may rest their starters when they visit Denver. This could give the Broncos the big opportunity if they fail to secure a playoff spot this weekend against the Bengals. Andy Reid-led Kansas City has nothing to gain from its final game of the regular season, and Reid's history of prioritizing health over momentum in such situations could play in Denver's favor. With Patrick Mahomes dealing with a nagging ankle issue, Travis Kelce looking a bit out of shape, and Chris Jones nursing an injury, all point to the likelihood that the Chiefs' key players will be sidelined. That would mean facing backups like Carson Wentz, a far less intimidating prospect than Mahomes and company. While nothing is set in stone, that scenario gives the Broncos a critical safety net. On the injury front, Denver is getting reinforcements just when they need them the most. Cornerback Riley Moss, who has been sidelined for 4 weeks due to a knee injury sustained against the Raiders, is making his return. This is a major boost for a secondary that has been patching things together in his absence. Levi Wallace struggled to fill the gap, leading to his eventual release, and rookie Chris Abrams' drain, while commendable, doesn't bring the same level of stability that Moss provides. Having Moss back is a huge win for the Broncos, especially with the Bengals' potent offense led by Joe Burrow and weapons like Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. Speaking of the Bengals, T. Higgins' health is another storyline to watch closely. While the star wide receiver is expected to play, he's battling an injury that could limit his effectiveness. Higgins, playing on a franchise tag and eager to prove his value in high-stakes moments, will likely suit up, but he may not be at 100%. With Riley Moss returning from his own injury, this matchup feels like it's on even footing, potentially neutralizing a significant offensive threat for Cincinnati. This could free up the Broncos' defense to focus on containing Chase, setting the stage for what promises to be a Goliath versus Goliath showdown between Chase and Patrick Surtain too. As if the defensive upgrades weren't enough, the Broncos are also seeing positive developments in their running game. Jaleel McLaughlin is back from a quad injury that kept him out against the Chargers. Before his setback, McLaughlin was gaining momentum as a dynamic force in the backfield. His return should inject some much-needed versatility into Denver's ground attack. Additionally, Tyler Batty, who flashed brilliance earlier in the season before being placed on injured reserve, has been activated. While he won't be available against the Bengals, his return for Week 18 or a potential playoff run could add another dimension to Denver's offense. With so much riding on the line, this game against Cincinnati is shaping up to be one of the most critical matchups in recent Broncos history. The Bengals are desperate for a win to stay alive in the playoff hunt, which means Joe Burrow will be throwing everything he has at Denver. The matchup between Surtain and Chase is a must-watch, not just for Broncos fans, but for any football fan who appreciates elite talent going head-to-head. Surtain, one of the best corners in the game, will be tasked with shutting down the league's leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. This is the kind of duel that could swing the game in either direction and is sure to keep fans on the edge of their seats. All of this sets up a thrilling finish to the Broncos' regular season. With the team on the verge of breaking their playoff drought, the stars seem to be aligning in their favor. Whether it's the possibility of facing a depleted Chiefs squad in Week 18, the return of key players like Riley Moss and Jaleel McLaughlin, or the chance to exploit a banged-up T. Higgins, the Broncos have reasons to believe that this could be their year to finally return to postseason glory. What do you think, Broncos fans? Will these developments be enough to push Denver over the edge and into the playoffs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Broncos updates as we head into the most exciting stretch of the season. With all these factors in play, this upcoming game against the Bengals feels like more than just another regular season clash. It's an opportunity for the Broncos to make a statement, not only to the league, but to their fans who have been waiting for a return to postseason relevance. The parallels to 2015 are impossible to ignore. Back then, Denver faced a nearly identical situation against the Bengals, clinching a playoff spot with grit and determination. History seems to be nudging this team toward a similar outcome, but it's up to them to capitalize on the breaks they've been given. The potential absence of T. Higgins or his reduced effectiveness could play directly into Denver's hands. With Riley Moss back on the field and Patrick Surtain too patrolling the secondary, the Broncos have the tools to challenge Cincinnati's vaunted passing attack. This defense, which has shown flashes of brilliance throughout the season, has a chance to step up and create game-changing plays in a must-win scenario. Offensively, the return of Jaleel McLaughlin can't be overstated. His ability to provide spark plays on the ground and versatility in the passing game will be key to keeping the Bengals' defense honest. Denver's running game has been a critical component of their success, and adding McLaughlin back into the mix only strengthens their attack. The possibility of Tyler Batty contributing down the stretch also adds an element of excitement for fans. His performance earlier in the year gave a glimpse of his potential, and his return could be the boost this offense needs to make a deep playoff run. But beyond the tangible roster updates and tactical advantages, there's something else at play here: momentum and belief. The Broncos are entering this critical stretch with a sense of purpose and an understanding of what's at stake. These past weeks have tested their resilience, and now, with a clear path to the postseason, they must show they've learned from their struggles. Every play, every drive, and every decision in these next 2 games will matter. Fans, this is the time to rally behind your team. The Broncos are on the verge of doing something special, but they need every ounce of support to cross the finish line. Do you believe this team has what it takes to beat the Bengals and handle business in Week 18? Are the returns of Riley Moss and Jaleel McLaughlin the X factors Denver needs to succeed? And how about the potential showdown between Surtain and Chase? Will it define the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know your predictions for Saturday's clash. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're excited about the Broncos' playoff chances, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our updates as we march toward the most critical games of the season. Broncos country, let's ride this momentum together and see if this team can finally deliver the playoff berth we've all been waiting for. As we approach game day, the excitement around this team is palpable. This matchup against the Bengals is more than just a test of skill. It's a battle of wills, where every yard gained and every play executed could shift the balance. The Broncos have faced adversity all season, but the pieces are falling into place at the perfect time. A win in Cincinnati would not only cement their playoff aspirations, but also send a clear message to the rest of the league. Denver is back, and they're here to compete. Let's dive deeper into what the Broncos need to focus on to come out on top. First, containing Joe Burrow is paramount. Burrow is as dangerous as they come, capable of dissecting defenses with precision passing and smart decision-making. While T. Higgins may not be at his best, Burrow still has weapons like Jamar Chase to target. That's why the matchup between Patrick Surtain II and Chase is so critical. Surtain has been nothing short of elite this season, and if he can limit Chase's impact, it forces the Bengals to look elsewhere, potentially to a less than 100% Higgins or other secondary options. This is where Riley Moss's return becomes invaluable. His presence shores up a secondary that has been stretched thin, giving Denver a better chance to match up against Cincinnati's wide receiver depth. Share your predictions, thoughts, and hopes in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're ready for Denver to make a playoff push, and make sure to subscribe for more in-depth Broncos coverage. Together, let's cheer this team on as they fight to bring postseason football back to Broncos country. The road to the playoffs begins now. Let's make it happen.